get? Terrible referees is the question that I pose to you. And please leave a comment and letting us know how corrupt you think the Premier League, the Football League is. Do Leeds United get bad referees? If you're new around here, if you're a Leeds fan, you're in the right place. This is the Roaring Peacock podcast where we talk about Leeds United every week, and we've got a massive show for you coming up this week. I'll read out some Leeds United news, then we'll review the Crystal Palace game, we'll have a little quiz, we'll look ahead to Brentford, and then the familiar segments of Whinge of the Week, which is where us middle-aging white men whinge, angry white men get to whinge about something. And then What's Your Thing, which is the latest thing that we've been getting up to this week, which is new to us. So joining us to discuss all of that and much, much more, you may know him from Twitter. It's Barney, the Peacock Confucius. Barnes?
Aye, you all right?
Barney has historically lifted us up. He has been accused of being a happy clapper. He's had a bit of grass posted in his letterbox once. Anything else? Not that kind of grass.
There was a rumour that I went to matches with a GoPro on my head.
GoPro on your head, that's right. Yeah. I remember that.
I thought it was just an unsightly walk, Barney. Was it a fucking GoPro?
And that voice you can hear is Ewan Metcalf. He is keeping our feet on the ground. He's historically been a little pessimistic, I'd say.
I don't know if that's fair. I think realistic, probably.
Realistic, there we go. Machiavellian, the urban prophet, Big Mac Macca. You all right?
Good, mate. How are we?
Not too bad, thanks, Macca.
Good lad.
Not too bad. Getting through it.
Everybody looks really healthy this week. I'm pleased about that because it seems like every week either Barney looks like he's got fucking liver disease or something. It's like jaundice because it's just the light. It's the lighting in his room. You being ill, you're the illest man in showbiz. And when I look the best person in the room, it's fucking worrying. He needs to start doing some work on himself.
Is this white light I've got? Is that better? No,
now you do look like you've got jaundice. Yeah.
No, I look like a
you've got Barney's light. You've got Barney's light. Yeah.
There we go. Back to normal. Turn it down a little.
No, it's great to see you, boys. Love the Thursday night checking. A few quiet beers and a bit of Leeds United banter. What more do you want?
So a bit of news then to kick us off. The Premier League panel has said that Leeds should have been awarded a penalty when Pascal Struijk, God, my light's going crazy now, blinking at me. When Pascal Struijk was tackled around the throat, which is an interesting manoeuvre.
It is. When do we get the point back then?
Yeah, of course. 09 would have presumably got a second yellow for that. So, but anyway, Anton Stach has been called up to the German national team. I can't remember if we've had a call-up to a German... Have we had a German national? Let us know.
Robin Koch.
Of course.
Yeah.
How could I...
have no... Well, listen, you're asking yourself a question there that... Listen, nobody's questioning you asking that question at all. How is that man a German international? We're all asking the same question, Donny. Don't beat yourself up about it.
Do you know that there are certain sections of my life which I've deliberately deleted?
Yeah, exactly.
But I thought he was doing fairly well at he's at Eintracht Frankfurt, isn't he?
I don't care.
Yeah.
Literally no interest whatsoever where he is.
But we do love Stacky. We love Stacky. We love Stacky. I'm very happy for him. Especially Julian Nagelsmann said some very mean things about him, didn't he? But I guess he's watched a couple of games now and changed his tune. Chris and Kev will be honoured at the game tomorrow. Sort of comes around every year, but it's always massively important to remember them. I'd love to hear the crowd singing, "Turn Your Backs," because that was something that we definitely used to do. I can't remember us doing it last season, but yeah, certainly tomorrow we honour them, but also on the 5th of April. That falls on the West Ham game. the away game. So all of the travelling supporters, I urge to honour Chris and Kev there as well. And finally, I found a quote. Gabby Agbonlahor. I mean, we're not playing Aston Villa, but they've wheeled Gabby Agbonlahor out because they've needed a quote. To be honest, he hasn't added much to the conversation.
That's a shock. For a brain donor, he's fucking doing well, isn't he? Even
Leeds. I'm not going to try Shall I try the Birmingham accent?
Yeah, please. Cause it's quite easy to do because it's really thick and he's really slow. So
this is so bad. Leeds will again look to pull away from danger. It's so bad.
Oh my God!
Do it in my normal voice.
It's the nasal. He's not nasal. He's kind of like, Leeds, like,
As they play Brentford at Ellen Road.
Sound like something from fucking Hobbit.
Leeds know they need to keep picking up points. This is tremendous stuff. As they're only 3 points above the relegation zone. Fantastic.
That's the insight you want.
Insight.
That's what, if you've played this year, that's the difference between playing and not playing.
For Brentford, the race for European football is very much on, so every point now is crucial.
Fuck me.
I predict a 2-2 draw. There we go. That was the quote. What a fantastic quote. Thank you, Gabby. Absolutely love it. Adding to the culture, I believe.
Amazing.
Giving something back to the community. Right. Crystal Palace 0. Leeds United 0. Barney, first thoughts.
What an awful game of football. It was pretty shite, really. I think if we had 11 men on the pitch still, we would have won that game. And I think it's just... I think the Palace players and also the Palace fans just want this season to end as soon as possible. There's a lot of disharmony in that team. I mean, the fact that we were down to 10 men and there's still there was a stat out, wasn't there? Something like that the first time in the Premier League that no teams had a shot against 10 men. They were just really poor. I think we offered more with 10 men than they had 11 men. So, yeah, just a really poor game. And just the fact that Farker and I've forgotten his name, Palace manager.
Oliver Glasner.
Yeah, they were laughing with each other about the state of the refereeing in that game as well. So it just says a lot about this season. And yet again, we're talking about refereeing decisions rather than a football game.
The stat there was from Opta, so it's since Opta started their records, which was 2003 to 2004. So it may have gone back longer, we don't know. But Leeds United are the only team on record to have a player sent off in the first half and not concede a single shot on target in the same Premier League match. Now, I've got another stat for you. The first half between Crystal Palace and Leeds saw just 188 completed passes. Okay, that's the lowest in the first half of a Premier League game. Can you tell me, is it this season? Is it a year? Is it 2 years? Is it more? What are you thinking?
Say again, sorry. It's the what?
It's the lowest number of passes in the first half of a Premier League game. I'll just tell you. It's
188.
188, yeah. For 7
years.
For 7 years. Right. 7 years. Wow. Maka, how did you find that game?
Dull. I mean, it was not a great game. Spoilt by the ref. I mean, at some point, the game could have broken out if it had been 11 against 11, but us going down to 10 didn't help. They're a poor team. I mean, it's a similar thing that we make every week where you think, look, they're no better than us. We should be at least in a similar position to them, if not above them, and we battered them at Ellen Road. Just nothing. There was no great. I mean, moment of the week's going to be interesting, or magic moment's going to be interesting because there wasn't many, was there? I just thought that I just think the standard of officiating is just getting worse. The fact that you've got Brennan Johnson on the pitch that probably should have been booked 3 times at least, and you've got Gudmundsson that definitely should have been booked once and probably not the second time, and he's forgotten he's been booked. Farce. They say they have this kind of allowance for it being a second booking. You're not going to book somebody for necessarily what you would for a first. Clearly him not knowing didn't help that situation for Goodmanson. I didn't think it was a nasty game. There was a lot of niggly stuff going on. And as Barney says, when the game descends into such a poor affair, really, it always gets a bit niggly. I thought Leeds did great. I think to come away with a point, still try to win the game. Clearly, if we'd have scored the penalty, I think we win that 1-0 at least. I couldn't see them scoring. So really disappointing that Calvert-Lewin's missed the penalty, particularly missed the target. I mean, if the keeper makes a good save or you hit the bar or whatever, the post, fair enough. But to completely miss the target's really poor. It's just another example of us going away and dropping points for me. That we should have come away with all three. Is that going to cost us at the end of the season? Only after 38 games will we know. But yeah, disappointing and poor game, and two not brilliant sides sort of on display really. But again, we had a bit of a reason why.
Yeah, it was an odd game, wasn't it? I mean, the wind didn't help. It seemed like an awful environment to play in. It's felt quite toxic as well, Selhurst Park. I mean, on the edge of, they've got their drum and they've got their, we're Palace and that's the way we like it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. They've got all of that stuff, but it's sort of like a sort of artificial, the heart wasn't in it, It was, you know what I mean? Because when they won the FA Cup, okay, it was, we like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But for this game, it was like, we like it. We like it.
We don't like it. We don't like it.
We come along. We've paid them money.
Yeah. We put up with it. We're not.
Yeah. Exactly. I liked the build up to the game. I liked the lineup. I felt like we were almost playing two up top. I know we've been crying out for that. We love it. Old school. I just love to see two strikers play off each other. I thought, at times we were playing with the 2-10s, but I just like the way that Metcher and Calvert-Lewin play with each other. And interact with each other. I think they've got similar qualities, and I think at times, especially when you're under the pump a lot, you need those out balls. And there have been games this season where we really haven't been able to get that out ball. I mean, I remember the Aston Villa game, for example. That one sticks out for me in a big way because we were 1-0 up. And we were unable to kill the game off, either through an out ball, holding it up and getting out and stopping the pressure, or taking the game away from the other team by a bit of game management through possession play. So I really liked the lineup. I thought Bogle could have started ahead of Justin, but then the game starts. We've got loads of shots. We're playing really well. XG of 1.07. They had an XG of 0.29%. 50% possession. Not a lot in the game, but Leeds had the better chances. Unusual save by the keeper deep in his line, and then we got to talk about the penalty. So Dominic Calvert-Lewin, because he was on a hot streak, wasn't he? He started off a bit cold. He missed a few really golden chances at the start of the season. But then he went on a hot streak. I think was it 6 in 8?
Yeah.
And we were chanting England's number 9. I mean, the national team is going to be announced tomorrow for the friendlies, of course, against Marcelo Bielsa. I'm not sure. Do you think he'll be in it?
No.
What do we think of the penalty? Barnes, what do you think of the penalty?
It just felt like it's not going to score because we're in London. It just felt everything was against us. And it was just a really poor penalty as well. I mean, he had a really good penalty, didn't he? Was it against Liverpool at home? But there was sort of something where he never gets it into the corner. He usually gets it. He just whacks the ball. And this time he tried to place it into the corner, and obviously it didn't go in. So, and that would have like literally been nearly in touching distance of being safe for the season if we had won that game. So luckily the results went our way elsewhere, so it's frustrating. Yeah, again, like Max said, it's just one of those games where it's come away from us, where it was literally in our hands. If we scored that penalty, maybe Goodmanson might not have done that tackle and got the red card, and things could have been different. So again, it's just missed opportunities.
They are missed occasionally, aren't they? Penalties, but you've got to hit the target. Don't you?
Yeah,
no, exactly. I said it. You hit the target, keeper saves it, you hit the post, and I'm all right with that. But to miss it completely is pretty poor. I mean, professional footballer, mate, from 12 yards, there's not really any excuse for that, is it? It does happen, and don't want to chastise the guy. He's been great for us this year. Just that was the opportunity. It was golden opportunity to get 1-0 up, and I think if we went 1-0 up, I don't think they score. Barney said it. Do we make that tackle on the halfway line if we won? I don't know. I mean, everything's conspiring against us a little bit at the moment, and I think that that's a little bit of a worry. I mean, again, we've talked for weeks now about Sunderland, Man City throwing themselves about. I'm almost sure that the ref made that decision, the sending off decision, to make up for the fact that the be-all one, and it was all pretty much down to Sarr throwing himself about again. We've got to get refs that can manage a game and think that a lot of the stuff that's going on is just gamesmanship. If you chuck yourself about, you're probably not hurt. If you throw yourself around dramatically and roll around on the floor, you're probably not hurt. You saw a bit of it in the Champions League last night, but yeah, I mean, listen, on the penalty, really frustrating. I mean, you kind of think I'd probably have preferred Metcalf to take it anyway. It's a bit like when Salah took the one last night. I knew he was going to miss, and I had a feeling that Calvert-Lewin might miss just because he's not in form, and he's one of them players. He's a form player. He missed the one at Sheffield Wednesday, appallingly similar. Missed the target completely because he wasn't in form and he wasn't confident. When he's on it, great, but when he's not, you need to just look after him a bit and maybe. I like the way players are confident and say, "No, I'll have it. I'll take the penalty," but I'd rather have had Metcalf on it.
Yes,
it's too late now. But
yeah. I mean, I've been in that position before. I've tried to play myself into form with a penalty, and you can't, because it's the most high pressure thing. All the eyes are on you. It's all of those things, and you really need to be, the wheels need to be moving. You need to be on a hot streak. You need to be confident, but more than confident, you need to know. You need to know where it's going. You need to hit it right. So we've talked about the fouls, right? Gabriel Goodmanson, 2 fouls. And we know it's hard for referees. I think he doesn't get enough help. And you talk about totting up. There were 2 sort of tugs that Palace players made before the first Gabriel's first yellow card.
Oh, yeah.
And Brennan Johnson had an awful tackle as well very early on. That was knee high.
Yeah.
So I think the knee high one and then the 2 tugs, I think they were the freebies for the game. But the thing is, he's given all the freebies to Brentford.
To the same people. Yeah, that's embarrassing.
Rather than totting it up and thinking, right, I've given Brentford a couple of freebies at the start.
Palace,
sorry.
You're moving ahead to the next game.
Getting ahead of myself. I've given Palace a couple of freebies. Now I've got to even it out. He doesn't think that way at all.
No,
there's no thought at all. Actually, none. And there's no help at all from any of this. Now they've got what 5? They got 4 refs in the ground, and they've got 7 back in Stockley Park. Is there nobody who can tot up these things and tell them in his ear, give him some statistics? Is there no one who can say, don't book him unless you're sure, because you've already given him a yellow card? Somebody in his ear, or do we have to do that? Is it Leeds' fault? Because everyone's been crowding referees. Every other opposition team has been crowding referees this season and yelling. So is it Ampadu's fault? Should Ampadu be on referees next time? And if in that scenario, because the ref took his yellow card out, and we knew that Gabby had already got a yellow, does somebody have to go up to him and yell him?
For me, I think it is. Some of it is obviously the standard refereeing across the board, but I also think that players in the Premier League know how the system works. They know they can put a little foot in at the start of the game because the ref 9 times out of 10 won't give anything. So I think some of it is a lot of experience in the Premier League from players and how they play the ref. I know this sounds like a massive conspiracy theory, but I do think that some players now know how refs work, so they chat them up a little bit. They have a bit of a laugh with them, and then the ref turns a blind eye to certain things. It's just the standard of refereeing is getting so bad. It's getting laughable because this is meant to. We said this last week as well. This is meant to be the best league in Europe, but the standard of refereeing is making it even worse, and it's a spectacle. And what we people, I mean, season ticket prices have gone up again. Tickets are going up again, and people paying good money to watch shite, basically.
Well, not watch the ball in play enough, so they're not cracking down on time wasting. They're not making sure, whether they're changing stupid rules about 8 seconds for a goalie to get, but nothing around throw-ins, nothing around corners, nothing around free kicks, nothing around people. You saw it last night in the Galatasaray. I shouldn't even mention the name on here, but wasting time trying to get a 1-0 win away from home, people falling over from the first minute. How referees can't work this out. Clearly, the head thing, people are all doing this head thing now because you've got to stop it because it's could result in a really dangerous situation where you don't stop for it. They're not head injuries, get the. I'd rather like rugby league where you get the physios come on and deal with that head injury. And if it's really serious, they stop the game. Get them on the pitch. There's nothing to say that this stopping the game constantly, 5 minutes. And the other thing is they stopped the game for 5 minutes. Like last night, Osimhen went down for 5 minutes, and then there was 2 or 3 other injuries, and then there was a disallowed goal, and they played fucking 3 minutes of injury time, and it's like, well, he was down for. There's nothing reflects. You talked about paying fans and the amount of the quality of the products, and you can't have people officiating the game if it's supposed to be this wonderful product that are that bad. That's the simple thing. But you also can't pay to go in a game and watch 43 minutes of football. You've got to go in there and watch a really big percentage of 90 minutes played on the pitch, not ball out for throwing, ball out for goal kick, keeper wasting time, everybody wasting time. It's got to get changed. There's got to be a radical change in the system that allows you to watch 90 minutes of actual football, not people diving about wasting time. It's embarrassing, and like you say, the product's not what it was. I think about VAR a lot, and I think it could help referees a lot. They could have that communication, that dialogue a lot better, a lot quicker. You think about games years ago, Vinnie Jones getting booked after 30 seconds or the quickest ever booking. No referee held back on booking somebody when it was a booking in the first 10, 15 seconds. They are doing it now. You're right, Barney. They're letting them have a freebie for the first 5 or 6 minutes. And it's like, no, I've got to get my cards out and set an example now. You should set an example from the first minute. You should be consistent. If it's a foul, it's a foul. Brennan Johnson should have been booked after 2 minutes and should have been sent off after whatever it was, 15, 16 minutes. And there's just nothing that makes sense. I mean, the conspiracy theory I've got is it's an entertainment business now, football. It's not about, the right team win, the best, the worst 3 teams go down. Leeds are watchable. Everybody wants to watch Leeds, whether it's to watch them win or watch them go down. Leeds are falling apart. It's sung all over the country. So the fact that we just week on week now for the last few weeks when we're on a good run, look like we're going to start moving away from it. Man City, Sunderland, Crystal Palace, we've had appalling refs, we've made poor decisions that have affected the game and affected Leeds' points. Well, it sounds to me like they either want Leeds to be down there so there's a bit of a watchable factor for people watching Leeds, watching them, capitulate. And also, worst comes to worst, if we did go down again, the Championship get what they want because it's fucking dead without us. You look at it now, there's no big teams in it. It's embarrassment. So when we were down there, we were watchable. We're the pantomime villain. So if you want to get really conspiracy about it, which I'm not averse to doing, it just looks like everybody's, and we've always had it, haven't we? Paris 75, cup finals, fixture pile up in the 60s and 70s where we were on for the treble and we didn't do it because we had like a European game 2 days before we played a really important league game. Jeff Hassel offside, West Brom, another league title gone. It's happened for 50, 60 years since we were brilliant, that they just constantly find a way to undermine the team, send players off, cheat. let other teams have penalties. Don't give us penalties. Blatant things. I've seen it at Ellen Road so many times, man. And you look at Old Trafford when they were in their sort of heyday. They were getting penalties for nothing, and 8 minutes of injury time all of a sudden. Fergie time and all that. It's not without foundation. Some of this stuff, is it? I don't think, and it is embarrassing. The standard referee is poor.
I mean, the alternative to the conspiracy theory, the alternative is that they're incompetent, which that has a ring of truth about it. But I also think there's definitely some sort of unconscious bias.
100%.
I think there's like a Big Six bias. I think there is a bias against Leeds. I think, if you look at the number of chants against us, it's the most against a team in the country by like double, something like that, and then the next most hated teams is Man United. So I do think, and obviously the Leeds reputation of being dirty, which was spread in the 60s, and it reoccurred again in the 90s. But this Leeds team is too nice. They're not dirty at all. They've got an exemplary disciplinary record, and we'll say it again. Goodmanson made 2 fouls. That's it. 2 fouls, and the second one was barely a foul.
That's not a booking. Second one's not a booking. No, not in a million years is that a booking. The first one I think is. Second one, not a chance.
Well, 136 people on Twitter watching, various others across other platforms. Good evening, everybody. How are you doing? A few of your comments then. Spark says, evening, chaps. Evening, Spark.
Evening.
Let me know if I've got that right. It's actually SparkX_, but let us know how to pronounce that. Evening, gents, says Delboy. Delboy, our super fan. Always here. Evening, Del. Good to see you, mate. Spark says, accents are definitely not your thing. This is when I was trying to do a...
It's been established. Yeah. We've been here before. In fact, I think we should reignite the accents thing with you, Donny, because it's actually brilliant. But in a bad way, it's brilliant.
It's so bad it becomes good again. I hope. That's the hope. That's the big hope. Spark, I've always wondered why none of our penalty takers don't adopt the Ivan Toney / Raul Jimenez technique. Watch the keeper and wait till he moves. Is that a difficult technique? I'd say Nemetcha, he does that a little bit, doesn't he? He eyeballs the goalkeeper. Yeah, it's interesting. I'm not a big fan of the stutter. So that there's this whole thing of do you remember they actually banned it, didn't they? Because people were stopping entirely, and then they changed the rules to you've got to maintain a forward momentum, but people just stagger, and it's basically the same thing.
I'm a big fan of the Julian Dix Stuart Pearce penalties, me. Just fucking smash it.
The best penalty taker I've seen is I've forgotten her name now. The England international.
Oh yeah, not the one with the little hop, skip, and jump. That who does the little dressage.
The one that steps and then whacks it really hard. It's the right penalty take. That.
It's not Kelly thingy. I know what you mean. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
Jan Mulby, cool as you like, beer belly. Ran up, slotted it in corners all the time. Usually the opposite corner to the way the keeper was going. No stutter, no stagger, just a little short run up bottom corner. Great every time. Surely footballers who train all week can do that. It's not hard, is it? Chloe Kelly.
So we've missed 3 penalties this season. Pirou's missed a penalty. Metcha and DCL, so they've all missed penalties. But against Birmingham in the cup, wow, every single one was like boom. It was like wow. It's like turning to Nora and my mum and just going what? Whoa! What a penalty! Get in. So yeah, it was Chloe Kelly. Sparks has just clarified the pronunciation. Thanks for that, Sparks, and has also advised us that it's Chloe Kelly. Yes, I love the attitude of Chloe Kelly as well. Me personally, I always put my penalties in the top corner. No keeper,
always.
No keeper is going to dive there. No keeper is going to dive there. And the only time that that I didn't do that was when I put it over the bar, which is, of course, the worry when trying to go for the top corner. You get a little bit under it.
And you haven't done it in front of 40,000 people yet.
Well, no, I haven't ever done it in front of 40,000 people.
Four people.
Yeah. Yeah, 200, but yeah, not.
It's a shame.
Not 40,000. I mean,
shame.
Yeah, I mean, it's not for everybody, but that's what I did. I mean, if they were advising me, that's what I'd say. That's what I'd say. I'd say put it in the top.
Well, the point being, that's what they practice all week. Surely you can. I mean, you can hit the target. You can put it in a corner. You can, do what you want with it. But you can definitely. There should be a better standard, shouldn't there? I mean, England have got a lot better from the bad old days where we never won a penalty shootout, and I think Leeds look like they've got better. But I think just you've said it about the form thing. I just think if you're not in form, don't take a penalty because it's not the way to start your redemption arc. It's a really hard way to do it, and if you miss, it's just a big dint in your confidence again, isn't it?
The top banana is looking to replace Stats. Finally, we've got a replacement for Stats on the show. Calvert-Lewin has only missed 2 penalties in his career. Metcha has missed 5 in his career.
Both for us then. Because he missed one at Sheffield Wednesday, didn't he? So
wasn't that Peru?
No, he missed. Didn't he miss it Wednesday? Calvert-Lewin as well. Put it over the bar, didn't he?
No.
He can't have just missed 2 in his whole career if he's missed 2 for us already, surely. But it doesn't matter. It's a form thing. I've just said it. It's a form thing. You've got to be confident taking a penalty. I don't care who you are, what level.
Michael Brown says the powers that be do not want to see Tottenham relegated.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
I'd quite like to see Tottenham.
Yeah, I'm going to say powers that be. That's not us then.
Absolutely. Can you imagine them? Can you imagine them playing Wednesday night and they're playing
Brentford,
someone like Luton at their grounds? Just brilliant.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic.
Can't wait.
Sparks, I don't want the referee to have to add time for time wasting. I want rules that properly consequence players and teams so that it is, to a large extent, irradiated. Oh my God, drop a nuclear bomb.
That's a bit extreme.
On these time wasters. Drop a nuclear bomb on their heads.
Although, to be fair, that knobhead who was celebrating Goodmanson getting sent off, he could get a nuclear bomb dropped straight on his penis for me. Not a fucking problem. Anytime. Nuclear warhead straight up his rectum. Fucking brilliant.
Sparks irradiated. I absolutely love it. Irradiation. That's the new straight to jail. Remember that meme, straight to jail? I think it was from Portlandia. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Irradiate them. Right, and Michael Brown says sign Chloe Kelly up for Leeds United. Well, this is what I've been saying, right? This is the master plan, okay? Sink money into the women's team. Hear me out. This is the 5-year plan, okay? It doesn't count towards the men's team PSR at all, right? Now, our owners are billionaires. Remember that. Billionaires. Okay. We sink money into the women's team. We get one of the greatest women's team the world has ever seen. Right? Okay. Now, this is the trick. Then we sell the club back to ourselves to offset the men's PSR and sink the money into the transfer market. What do you think? That's what Chelsea did. Chelsea sold their women's team to themselves and a hotel that they owned.
Oh, that's just cheating, isn't it? Let's not do any of that. Let's get the fucking authorities to actually punish people who are cheating blatantly right in front of our heads. It's a fucking joke, mate. I'm against modern football, as you know, and it's just the more I get involved in it, the more I think it's a fucking farce. Get me back to the Championship anyway, where at least it's got some element of, kind of honesty and grassrootsism about it, because this league's a fucking farce, man. I mean, last night it tells you everything you've got to know. £1 billion football teams. How many went through out of all the 6 teams, the British teams? 2 of them, Arsenal and Liverpool. And the other 4 conceded 28 goals in 2 legs of football. I mean, fuck me. Wow. Greatest league in the world. What? You're talking shite. Absolute shite. I mean, Newcastle got Newcastle were in the game for a game and a half and still got beat 7-2. in like 45 minutes of football, they got absolutely annihilated. Yeah, best league in the world. Wow.
Right then, do we have a man of the match? Do we have a magic moment? Should we wrap up Crystal Palace?
Please.
For me, I think the man of the match was the referee. He's played an absolute blinder for Palace.
For them, yeah. He'd have been their man at match without a doubt, yeah.
Barnes?
Man at match.
Rodon for me.
Yeah, to be fair.
Absolutely immense.
Yeah.
And he had that cross he made as well. It was a right cross.
Yeah,
just absolute warrior.
Yeah, not worth spending any time on because it was such a shit game. 100% road on. Normally in a game like that where you keep a clean sheet and you've had a man sent off at half time, it's your keeper, isn't it? But he didn't have all to do. He went down to 10 men. So yeah, definitely road on. I thought he was brilliant all game and continues to be a warrior in there. Loving.
Man of the match, Jesus, bloody hell! I think I'm gonna go Ampadu. It's just, I think he lacked I think he needs to get into the, like we said, talked about it before, but I think he needs to get into the ref's head a bit more. Maybe he needs to take some, read that book, The 48 Laws of Power, or how to win friends and influence people, or something. Machiavelli, the prince.
Well, I'm sat waiting for him to ring me. It's not as yet.
Yeah. So I think maybe he needs to get into a bit of the dark arts and get in the referee's head. But in terms of like his defense, his leadership, 3 tackles, 2 interceptions, 2 clearances, 2 block shots, 3 recoveries, won 7 of 7 ground duels, won 5 of 7 aerial duels. I just thought he was immense for us on the pitch, and a large part of us not even conceding 1 shot on target in the second half, despite having an underload for that whole time. Right, it has been a few Champions League games recently, so can you tell me who said this? Great teams always have a plan B. Look at Barcelona. Their plan B is to stick with plan A.
It sounds a bit Bielsa-y, but no.
Much earlier than that.
Leeds, a quote from a Leeds person.
A quote from a Leeds player.
It sounds like some sort of cliche thing Danny Mills would say.
No, he wouldn't fucking be that.
Much earlier than Danny Mills.
I'm going to go Don Revie.
That's the right era. It was a player, though. Well, Revie was a player, but...
Bremner?
It was Johnny Giles.
Oh, okay.
I'll give you one more bonus. It's not European.
I like the quiz. It's good.
Yeah. Well, I'll give you a few of these then. All right. Who said this? Every team has a hard man. We have Nobby Styles. Chelsea had Chopper. Arsenal had
Leeds
Peter
have 11
Story.
of them.
Liverpool had Tommy Smith. Leeds had 11 of them.
I knew this one. Yeah. We had Nobby Styles, so he played for Man United. So it would have been Dennis Law.
Nope.
Close to that.
Close.
Not Alan Ball. Alan Ball.
Nope. He was Man City. Did he play for
No,
City?
I was thinking England, but yeah.
Barney?
It's George Best.
It is George Best. Well done, Barnes.
Well done, Barney.
Well done, Michael Brown, as well, in the comments.
Yeah.
Go on, Michael. So please drop the answers in the comments if you know it. Right. Who said this? Where was well, I'll give you an easy one. You getting out for being second?
Ian Wright?
Nope.
These are Leeds people, aren't they?
Yes, this was actually one of your guesses earlier.
Oh, Billy Bremner.
Nope.
Barney's
Barney's got to have a guess at some point.
Oh, Revy. I'm going.
Don Revy.
It was Don Revy. I'm saying that's 2 words about Macca. You can't just have 50 guesses.
Well, you can't. Listen, on catchphrase, it's either you have a guess and then you're out, but then there's a guess where you can keep going.
So next week, we have to have a bell each or something.
Yeah, we should get a bell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we need a buzzer.
Yeah. Fingers on buzzers. That'd be amazing. You think about the lack of technology and the technological problems we have already. Imagine having a fucking buzzer. Just have to make the noise.
All right. Who said this? There are 2 types of manager: those who have been sacked, and those who will be sacked in the future.
Simon Grayson.
Nope, but yeah, you're in the. He's a similar type of.
Is it that era?
No.
Steve Evans.
Nope, but you both had a guess each now, so you can have another one.
Terry Venables.
Nope.
PE teacher. Whatever it's called. Fucking knobhead.
No, you both like him. I'm giving you clues now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We both like him.
Yeah.
O'Leary.
It's too long. It's Howard Wilkinson.
Oh, yeah.
Good guess, Brian Clough. I am a firm believer that if the other team scores first, you have to score twice to win.
Sounds like that sounds like, what's his name? Is this the Aston Villa? Is it that lobotomized guy? What's he called? Look, we've just been on about him before.
No.
Gabby Agbonlahor.
Nope.
Peter Beardsley. I've given up.
James guessed Arsene Wenger. That's wrong.
Dennis Wise.
Dennis Wise is wrong as well. It was Howard Wilkinson. I tricked you. It was the same person again. Right. But this one isn't Howard Wilkinson. Right, this is the final question. It's got to be a tie. Is it a tie?
Yeah.
Is it 2-2?
This is a winner. This one's a real quiz. This is a real quiz.
For all the marbles. Everything before didn't count.
This is a real quiz.
He's a very talented man, and I don't like him.
Revy.
He's a very talented man, and I don't like him.
Revy.
No, but that is so close.
I know.
You don't know how close you are.
Oh, I know exactly what it is. Brian Clough. Fuck you,
Barney, you're too slow. You're too slow.
Was it Brian Clough?
It was Brian Clough. But for a bonus point, can you tell me who he was talking about?
Revy.
Barney, you're too slow. You're way too slow. Okay, a massive game. That was the quiz. Thank you everybody for participating. Michael Brown, we've got to give some prizes away at some point. Michael Brown, you've won. It was Brian Clough talking about Don. You didn't say that, but he was talking about Don Revy. Jane has guessed Pythagoras and Arsene Wenger. Pythagoras, what a guess that is.
Played for Olympiacos.
That's probably the most highbrow guess we've ever had on Quiz Corner.
It's the most highbrow this program's ever been.
In that shape.
See, let's just stick to football. Let's not try and get all academic.
Brilliant. Well, from the penalty stats before, the top banana, our new stats man, has just clarified that penalty shootouts are not being counted in those misses. Jane says, "Evening all, evening Jane."
All right, Jane.
Evening.
Sparks says, under new rules, selling a woman's team or other assets are excluded from calculations.
I
right?
bet they are, yeah. Just after Chelsea and everybody
Chelsea,
else. Yeah. Let's stop everybody else doing that. That sounds great.
Chelsea last out the door.
Again. Yeah.
Rightio. Leeds United against Brentford. 8 p.m. Saturday night.
Fucking what a time to kick off a football match. Ridiculous.
Strange, sort of a strange old time, isn't it?
Barney will be absolutely steaming. He'll be steamboated. He'll be ringing me going, I'm watching with one eye now, I'm not so sure.
Who's got the ball?
But I said to him, what was that? What do you reckon, Barney? Is that handball or penalty? I don't know. What penalty? It'd be like thingy Chris Kamara at that thing. Has it? Who? What do you mean? Has it? I don't know, Jeff.
No, Barney, that can't be handball. That's the goalkeeper.
It's already been. They've got a message today in the group chat we all meet up with, and what time should we meet up? And I said 3-ish.
on Friday.
It's always like 4 hours before a game usually, but like yeah. And then my wife says, "What time are we going out on Saturday?" And then I told her, "Oh, Sunday's a write-off then." I said, "No, it's not. It's fine.
Sunday's a write-off." She knows you so well.
So it was 1-1 on the 14th of December in the first game. I wanted to say leg then, but it's not a cup, is it? So, I thought we were the better side, I think.
No Sharda that day, was there? He's quite a good, yeah.
Was it Jordan Henderson? Did he come on? Yeah, he came on, and you immediately thought, oh, he's going to score, and then he did. But luckily, Calvert-Lewin got the equaliser in the end.
Great goal.
Jack Harrison was still at the club. He came on the 92nd minute. I'm sure he had a massive impact.
Massive impact, yeah. He kept the ball by on the opposite side from where it was crossing busy. All these crosses go out for a throw-in on the opposite side, don't they?
Yeah, so how are we feeling? What are we thinking about Leeds versus Brentford? It's a must-win. Is it, we haven't scored in, was it 3 games now? We haven't won in 5.
I think it's a must-win, yeah. I think you can't keep going on expecting everybody else to do us a favour. At West Ham, everybody else looks to be getting points now, depending on what happens tonight in Europe, Spurs are out of Europe now, so they're going to be able to focus just on this. And there's a lot of that stuff going on. I think we need to win on Saturday. We've been saying it for weeks, and we thought we should have. I thought Sunderland was a kind of not a must-win game, but a game we sort of needed to win, in my opinion. It's not great stats, is it? Regards scoring, winning. Calvert-Lewin having a bit of a sort of barren patch. It can all be turned around, and I think we need to start on Saturday. We need to start putting some points on the board again because it's gone a bit quiet recently. So, I think it's a must-win.
We are full strength. Can you believe that? It's March. We've got a full-strength squad. I remember we had a full-strength squad.
Goodmanson must be out, though. Goodmanson must be out.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'm talking about fitness. I mean... But yeah, you're right. The Goodmanson suspension, which shouldn't have been. But I remember once we had, I think for Bielsa's first friendly, maybe.
Yeah.
We were full strength. It's very rare that we're full strength, and in March it's quite good.
Personally, I think it's not been talked enough about what the club have done this season to get players back from injury so quickly, where other clubs are really, really struggling with injuries. There was something on the BBC website today about the amount of injuries that some of the clubs have had in the Champions League. Like Spurs have got like 33 injuries, things like that. So I think that it's not the first time this season where we've had a full squad back as well. I just think it's what they're doing in medical staff or whatever. I don't know what they're doing, but how they're managing to get some players back. And also, at the start of the season, they said about Calvert-Lewin, he's going to struggle with fitness. He's not been injured.
Well, Metcher as well, and last year Solomon. There's something really good. He might be just downstairs at fucking Thorpe Park. Just it's like he's alive. It's like just sewing body parts. They kept
unless maybe like Red Bull is really good for you, and that's why everyone's off their heads all the time.
It worked for Jamie Vardy, didn't it?
Yeah. So I just think it's not talked enough about how well we've done as a club with injuries this season.
So Farke was actually asked today in the press conference about minimising injuries, and he said this.
Oh, go on, please do the accent.
If you're lightning quick like Noah or Dan James, then you're more likely to get an injury because you have more high-speed sprints during a game.
Oh, you nearly got there.
But you can't put them in cotton wool in training because then they wouldn't be ready for games. So you have to build resilience. Hard work is always the answer. But we also look at sleep, nutrition, recovery. We have had players with big injury records, DCL, Okafor, Byram, Firpo, and we've done well so far. But we have to keep all the players fit.
Barney, you like old TV. Fucking, I got hello flashbacks then constantly.
No, it reminds me of like, do you remember Eurotrash on a Friday? They used to interview some weird German.
Yeah.
And he liked to collect dolls or something.
Yeah.
Here's my doll collection.
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
This one's called Herman.
That was definitely hello. That sorry.
This is Herman's wife, Tilda.
So you can do it when you're not talking about football. This is the point.
Yeah.
You have to think about Farke's got that more. He's definitely got that more. I don't know what you could describe it as stone German. Yeah.
The thing is, I'm not very good at accents.
That's
literally the whole thing.
Don't put yourself down like that. You're brilliant accents. Keep it up. Keep practicing.
Noah says gay German is back.
Yeah.
All of us can only do German when it comes to like porn films.
Delboy says you sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger. And people are laughing. Well, people are enjoying it. That's great. That's fantastic, isn't it? That's the main thing. Yes, winless in last 5. Brentford have lost just one of their last 13 Premier League games against newly promoted opponents. But we've got quite a good record against Brentford. We've only lost one of our last 16 home league games against Brentford. Won 7, drawn 8, and unbeaten in 7 since a 1-0 loss in February 2015. I've got a good feeling about tonight. I've got tomorrow, Saturday night. Tomorrow, Saturday. I've got a really good feeling about it. I'm not nervous. I'm quite confident. I think, under the lights, I know that we've lost the last 2 under the lights 1-0 in the most horrific circumstances possible, where I've suffered mild trauma. But my hope is resurgent. I'm back for more, like the masochist Leeds United fan that I am.
Yeah.
For me, I just hope it's not going to be like another Sunderland game where we've ended up being a little bit defensive, where we should. What we need to do, we just need 6 or 8. That's probably 8 points. Would you say to stay up?
Yes.
Just get the points. Just go out and win the game straight away, rather than faffing about. Like,
go get the fucking points, you dick.
I mean, this is the inside of people.
Just go out and win.
Just win. Just win. Stop faffing about with defending points and stuff. Just win the game and get on to the next one. Done. Get the points as soon as possible.
This is brilliant, Barney. We need to get you in the changing room before the game.
Yeah.
To be fair, with Barney, he's probably been in there a few times. It's
nice tiles in there, actually.
Midnight. Yeah. Hello, look at me sending this video.
I'll tell you what, we got taken on a tour around there, and
Barney was in showers on his own.
There was some old dirty underpants in the laundry basket.
Yeah, there you go. I think they put them in there for sure. Did they have a bit skid marks on them and everything? Oh.
Not that I didn't. To be honest, I didn't look at them too closely.
Of course you did.
You'll be surprised to hear.
Stop lying.
Actually, have you got hung up behind you? I can see them.
Yeah,
they're on that shelf.
Framed. I've got it framed.
Get inside.
Nice keepsake that.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, taking them.
Pascal Stroit's knickers. Get them on. Get them on the fucking shelf.
It's going on the wall.
The kinky Dutch bastard.
It's going on the cabinet. What's the little shelf above the fireplace?
The half.
No, the shelf.
It's
Anyway.
not on the shelf.
Anyway.
Fucking mantelpiece.
Somebody's got to let me know. Brentford's Thiago has just been called up into the Brazilian squad and has 19 goals already this season, says Michael Brown. Yes, Michael, but did you know that in the first game away, Leeds United were one of only a very few teams to have limited him to 0 shots?
I think we're great defensively. I think it's top end. We said it before, didn't we? We've not done enough in the market to make the top end good enough. It's that simple. We're good defensively, midfield's decent, but the top end's not good enough.
Like
Mantelpiece. Thank you, Nora. Sorry.
I said mantelpiece after half, and you were on about a shelf. You don't call it a fucking shelf.
Well, it's a mantelpiece shelf, innit? Shelf above the fire. You know what I meant.
Yeah, mantelpiece or a half. Yeah.
See, you got it.
Like I said though, at the start of the season, we just don't have that je ne sais quoi, and we've missed it in certain games. But I do think that Okafor was getting to a point where he could have been that game changer for us, and it was just a shame that he ended up being injured.
That's his life. That's his life. That's what he does.
I just hope he can come back. Maybe do something on Saturday. Maybe come on. I don't know, but we just need that little cutting edge in games.
Agreed. Yeah, you think Dan James and Nonto, not so much, but Dan James, there's been a lot of disappointment around there. We kind of hang on to players that we think are going to be able to cut it, and I'm not sure that they have. I don't think Nonto or him have added anything to the game when they've come on massively, and certainly not pushing for a starting place. I think that's the problem. We haven't got enough width at times. I think Gabriel Goodmanson's done really well recently with his end product, but throughout the season, not good enough. Bogle, again, his first year in the Premier League again, is he good enough? And you haven't got those wingers that are naturally good at putting balls in the box or cutting in, putting back from the byline. You've seen plenty of teams in the Champions League the last couple of nights who've got loads of players like that, and we just haven't got that capability. So if we can just stay up and then maybe look, we've got to invest a lot, and I think we've probably missed the trick in January and certainly in the summer to get more attacking. We've said it before, haven't we, with Peugeot and others that could have come that would have added a big game changer, really. And I think
massive.
Yeah, Brentford have got that in Shard, and they've got it in Thiago.
We've seen it a few times where Okafor has turned it on, for example, and he's been the one who's been the sort of out and out winger in the team.
Enough.
But certainly when we play with those two number 10s, you need your wing backs to be putting those crosses in, and when you're doing Big Bastards FC, we've hardly put anywhere near enough crosses in. I mean, the goal, the equaliser at Brentford away, that was a cross from Willie Nonto.
It was, yeah.
He's one of the few sort of out and out wingers that we've got. Dan James is another one. James, ironically, crossed to Nonto in the Norwich City game. Nonto was offside for the header. But those sorts of balls are exactly the sorts of balls that you're talking about.
Not enough of them, sadly.
Barney, the je ne sais quoi, it could be some dirty boxer shorts on the mantelpiece, couldn't it? Half inch, that's je ne sais quoi if ever I've heard it. Right, Leeds missed penalty against Eagles stemmed from a corner, but no team has scored a higher percentage of Premier League goals from set pieces than Leeds United, 35%. So set pieces have been massive for us. Brentford are at the other end of the spectrum in terms of their reliance on set piece goals. Only Manchester City have netted a lower percentage from set pieces than Brentford, which was Man City is 12%, Brentford is 17%. So that could be an area where we could take advantage of in the game. And long balls, both teams like a long ball. Brentford are ranked first for long balls, so it could be a showstopper again with 57 long balls per game. Leeds are at 54, not far behind. Another shared trait is central shooting position. So Brentford 77%, Leeds 74%, heavily favouring efforts from the middle of the opposition box. Don't tell Jesse Marsh. He'll have a field day with that. So we're thinking high pressure moments from high pressing, and set pieces could be the tail of the tape. Predictions. Oh, we've got the Russian is back. Excellent. Welcome back, Russia. Please stop killing Ukrainians. That'd be great. Translate that. Thanks.
Threatening to do a penis.
Yeah. Predictions, Barney. He's gone.
He's gone. Oh.
Russia has kicked Ewan out.
He's literally kicked us all out.
Russia has removed Ewan.
I think for me is that, I hate to say it, but Keith Andrews has got to be the manager. Unfortunately,
don't, honestly.
I think it's going to be a really tough game, but I just think that because it's a Saturday night, everyone's going to be tanked up as well. So I think that's going to help. I think 2-0 Leeds. 2-0 Leeds. I'm going to go for.
Do you think Brentford, though, do you think they're a bit of a plug and play system where they could have just got anybody in to be the manager because they've got a system that they know how to play. They've got a whole data set where the machine that sort of spews out who they should buy, and they invariably buy very, very well. It doesn't matter how many players. They're a little bit like Brighton in that regard. So how much has Keith Andrews actually done? I don't know. I'd like to think not a lot.
I'd like to think that as well, just because I fucking hate him. He's a fucking stupid haircut. And I usually gravitate to Irish people. I've got Celtic, you know what I mean? But he's a fucking bell end, man.
Brilliant. Macca?
What are we doing?
Prediction.
Feels like we've been on here for about 3 hours and it's like fucking an hour.
We're running late.
It's fine. Well, shock horror. I think we've done one program in 7 years that's fucking literally hit time. I think I've been doing really well with scores at the minute. Not particularly the actual result, but the scoreline. As in, called a draw last week against Palace. I fucking got a horrible feeling it's going to be a draw. I just think we're starting to see now over the course of a season, not investing in that front 3 or 4 is starting to show. And 2-2. I hope I'm wrong. Obviously, I hope we fucking beat them 8-0, but I think it'll be 2-2.
Wow, both Ewan and Gabby Agbonlahor predicting 2-2.
No, in fact, I'm going to change it. I'm going to win 2-1. Fuck it. I'm not agreeing with that lobotomized fucking monkey. Fucking hell, no chance. Me and him we can't be on the same. Yeah, no.
I'm going to say 2-0 as well. I think we might keep a clean sheet. I hope so. Sparks says 3-1.
Good, I'll do.
Delboy says 3-1.
That'll do.
That will do. Nora says 2-0. Delboy says I'm Irish and I hate the prick. Referring to Keith Andrews. Right. Whinge of the week, please.
So I've been thinking about this ever since I watched the Liverpool game on Sunday. And my real pet hate is if you're going to put your scarf up, put it up the right way up. The amount of people that had it upside down and you couldn't see Liverpool. And you see it across the grounds every single weekend. You're putting your scarf up and it's upside down. If you want to get noticed, put your scarf up the right way round.
Fair. Great whinge. Love it. In the heat of the moment, make sure your scarf's the right way up.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
It's just basics. If you want to be a proper football fan, put it up the right way round.
I'm really struggling for a whinge of the week.
You wouldn't wear your football top inside out, would you?
I tell you what, though, Barnes, I've got a little bit of sympathy for people who put the scarf the wrong way around, because there are times when I want to put it the right way around, right? But then I'm trying to figure out what's the right way around, and then I do, and then I put it up, right? But there are other people who they miss out that step. Yeah, they just go straight for the. And you can never go straight for the raised scarf, can you?
Easier thing to do is don't have a scarf. They're for pricks. I've never worn a scarf in my fucking life.
Scarves are for pricks.
Unless it was a Burberry one in the 80s over my eyes.
Scarves are for pricks.
Scarves are for pricks. That's my whinge of the week.
Show tonight. Scarves.
That's it. That's the headline. Unless it was a Burberry one up to there when I was about 19, not wearing a scarf at football. My whinge of the week is, why can't women get out of bed and go to work when you're the last one getting up, quiet as men do it? So, if is Katie in the room, Barney? Why are you looking at Katie? Katie, leave. Go in the kitchen and go make a coffee, Katie.
Go in the kitchen. That's helped.
I shouldn't say go in the kitchen.
That's helped.
Just go do some. Oh my God, just shouting at me as well. I'm getting it. It's like stereo. I can hear my wife shouting at me from there. Why is it when, like if you get up at, like my missus might get up at 7 o'clock, or when she's going to London, she's getting up at 5:45, and I don't get up till 7 or 7:15, whatever. I get up early and she's still in bed. If I have to go to London or I'm getting up early to go on the site, I tiptoe around the room with my bloody light on my phone and, we've got a soft closing wardrobe and cupboard doors, so you make sure they shut really quietly while you're getting your underpants on and all your gear. And I tiptoe out the room, shut the door, get a shower, shut the door, clean my teeth, come back in, get my clothes on, leave the room really quiet, tiptoe around. I don't open the blinds, have a look out, see what the day looks like, and let light in the room, and do any of that. I just get on with my business really quietly and leave the room and give her a little. See you, love. See you tonight. Bye. And fucking hell. I went in bed the other day. She went to London at 5:45. Every soft closing drawer getting smashed around. All the cupboard doors are getting bashed around. It's like Valhalla. It's like the Valkyrie. Boom. Cymbals crashing. Fucking lights going on in the room. Blinds go, ooh, what kind of day is it? What shall I wear today? Ooh, let's open the drawers 58 times. Let's get the hairdryer on. Fucking hell, let's leave the door open while I go in the bathroom and, clean my teeth with the electric toothbrush. Fucking hell, why is it? What is that? What's the kind of equilibrium there? Why am I getting? Why is it not fair?
Because you shouldn't be in bed at the same. You shouldn't be in bed. It's not fair. You should be getting up at the same time.
She's sat in the same room as you. That's the only reason you're saying that. If she wasn't there, you wouldn't fucking say that.
Oh no. I mean, my Katie does it all the time. She says, bye-bye, see you later, have a good day. I'm like, fast asleep, so I feel like saying, fuck off, go to work.
It's not right, mate. I literally, I'm so quiet when I get up. I can be dressed in 35 seconds, really quiet. Lisa, man, wow. She's the quietest, most dignified people I've ever met. But Jesus, 5:45 in the morning, she hates me still being in bed, trust. She fucking hates me still being in bed.
Right, and my whinge of the week is, why am I seeing Reform UK lead every single YouGov poll?
I need to leave, don't we?
Going. What have they done that is convincing people that they could be a competent leadership? What have they done? What?
They haven't had to do anything. The rest of them have fucked it up by being so shit. It's a protest vote.
It's social media. That's how Trump got into power. He realised you can just put a snippet on social media and people start believing it. Social media is basically poisoning people's perspective on life and what's right and what's wrong, and that's what's happening with politics. It's not about policy anymore. It's about saying the most popular things to get people to think you're going to be the right person to vote for.
It's hurting. It's hurting. Yeah, I mean, on the one side you've got Reform saying crazy stuff. On the other side you've got your party and the Greens saying some crazy stuff as well, like leave NATO and crazy stuff like that. So you can't really win, really. I think if you go to the extremes, and then you've got two parties in the middle that, one 14 years of corruption and despair, and then Labour, who have done some wild things that are just not playing to their base at all, and probably now, after Iran have taken out the biggest gas reserve in the world, we're gonna have huge problems with our economy, and it's probably not going to be Labour's fault. But you've got Farage's mate over the pond causing all of these problems, making it even worse. Probably going to double down, and I feel like Farage is Trump light.
Yeah.
Think about Trump is right. He's a big orange fuckwit. There is nothing about him that reserves any kind of dignity. He says things that are completely out of order. You look at the leader of the free world, right? The man can't get a fucking suit that fits him. So if he can't do that, he's not capable of doing the things that he's doing at the minute. They're on about him mining the sea now. The last fucking unexplored. He's an absolute fucking vegetable. So get him out of there. He's not well. He's fucking got some sort of dementia. I mean, they say early onset dementia. He's not been well for long. But the thing is, that country have voted for him not once, but twice. You look at the people who've had Barack Obama. They've had some great leaders. They've had some not so great leaders. Admittedly, not just Trump, but he is an absolute retard. In fact, him, Reform, and fucking Gabby Agbonlahor should form their own party because they're absolute. They don't deserve to be there. Why people are voting for it? I think Barney's right. Look at these manosphere thing that Louis Theroux did this week. The retards that are getting followers and clout and kind of coverage and mileage on social media is embarrassing. It's a bit worrying because no knowledge, no kind of intelligence whatsoever. He's an absolute fucking spastic. Leader of the free world.
And they clearly don't watch this podcast because last week I urged people to stop bombing each other because I just want to enjoy my football club.
Yeah.
It gets worse, right? What's your thing? Cheer us up, please.
So my thing is, do you remember? Have you seen Ted the movie? Ted
yes,
2 as
yeah.
well.
Yes, it's a talking teddy bear.
Yeah, so there's a series out now on Sky, and it's the Peacock. Funnily enough, it's Peacock that's brought it out. It's just really funny, mindless comedy. It's not for kids. Let's say that. It's quite offensive in the areas, but it's just really funny stuff to watch, and that's my thing. So I'm getting there. I'm actually starting to watch modern stuff.
New releases.
But of course you were crying as well at the finale of Handcuffed.
Don't spoil it.
Great.
No spoilers.
No spoilers, but great series. I hope they do it again because it's just a really good
I think they
program.
will. It's good. It's got qualities on it, definitely. I'm just on to, I think it's like episode 3 or 4 where the sort of pneumatic-looking girl goes with the farmer. And, there's a lot of, the model or whatever she is. I don't know how, I don't know. But, yeah, all that stuff. I'm on there at the minute, so I'm gonna keep watching. Thanks, Barney, for that one. My thing is, if you like into Peaky Blinders, go watch the movie. That's it. It's great. Loved it. Went to watch it at the Everyman. What a great cinema. Beers, sat at your table, big sofa, little side table. Great environment. Lovely, comfortable, but wow, what a movie. I won't spoil it and give anything away, but if you're into Peaky Blinders, go watch the movie. If you can, watch it in the cinema because it's amazing. Great soundtrack. Great way to end an amazing series and a kind of dynasty and something that's been part of my life for a long time. Peaky Blinders, I loved it. So brilliant. Loved it.
Yeah, and get on it if you've never watched Peaky Blinders.
Definitely.
I'm not going to watch it.
Absolutely fantastic.
On what grounds are you going to refuse?
On what ground would you stand
Your
there?
Honour. Your Honour.
Barnstable.
Yeah.
Because Birmingham City have started the jumped on the bandwagon a bit, and I was like, I'm not watching.
Watch it, man. Fucking hell.
No.
But to be fair to Birmingham City, the actual real life Peaky Blinders supported Birmingham City. I mean, it's just literally down the road where they're from. So
Small Heath, yeah.
It's that Birmingham City. That they were actually, the name of that football club was Small Heath Alliance.
That's right.
So they haven't jumped on a bandwagon, is what I'm saying.
No, I'm not listening. I'm not watching it.
Right, my thing is actually
that's why he voted Tory all them years.
Well, that's
not
true.
Listening to
not
me.
listening. Not listening. My thing is also the it's two things. Louis Theroux.
Great.
The manosphere, absolutely fantastic. The thing about Louis is he's so likable, and his approach is so deft, and obviously it's edited and they pick the best bits. I get that, but the way that he gently encourages them to expose themselves,
he teases them
and their hypocrisies.
What I was thinking.
And and their hypocrisy. I think is just brilliant, and there are a few scenes there where these guys get completely emasculated. I mean, the one where he's not giving too much away really, but there's one guy who he passes himself off as the ultra alpha.
Which one is it? Which one of the fucking pricks is it?
I can't remember his name. I don't care about them.
Is it HST? Does it make
No, it's not HST.
Oh, does it make them look really bad?
No, it's all of a sudden this guy is standing next to his wife.
Oh God.
She's all in pink, and he's carrying this fluffy dog, and he couldn't look less alpha than it was absolutely incredible, and it happened all very naturally and very sneakily almost, and then all of it, but he just shines that mirror back on them, and what I loved about it is the respect that he gave the women in these people's lives, and it was almost like how those women responded to him. It was like him sending them a lifeboat, They're, oh my God, somebody is respecting me. It was so. I got so angry about these guys, and these are the sort of male role models that you've got 14 and 15-year-olds consuming.
But I don't know what
on TikTok and all that.
I don't know what 14 and 15-year-olds are actually into those people, because mine aren't. My young lads couldn't give a shit. They hate TikTok. They think he's a fucking.
Well, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, does it, Mac?
I know, but I know exactly, and I'm glad. I'm really proud of that. It makes you proud that you've raised sons that are those people and have no interest in those people and don't respect the views. But it's all for show. It's all for clout, and I just think I'd fight all three of them together. All three of them. He thinks he's an hard man because he's a rugby union player, Victor Abugu's son, whatever. What a fucking penis he is, man. If it makes them look bad, then I can, look at it and really see them being exposed for what they are. I'll watch it, but I can't look at that half of them on screen or if an Instagram reel comes up and it's got them on, I block it, because there's nothing about them that makes me feel that they are masculine and manly. The opposite, in fact.
Yes, that's correct.
Little bullies, that's all they are. They're fucking fannies, and they're appealing to like you say, 12 and 13-year-old kids. Well, so what?
Yeah, they're powerless.
Jimmy Savile with a fucking gold chain on. That's what. Well, he had plenty of gold chains, but Jimmy Savile with a trendy haircut and a nice car. Fucking bellends.
Well, they don't know what power is, right? That's what I mean by powerless. So they're searching for it, and they're trying they're putting on this big show.
Daddy issues. HS TikTok has got daddy issues.
Also, yeah. So Delboy says Myron Gaines is the guy I'm talking about. Yes, that is correct, Delboy. It was him. That was him.
Like a
Michael Brown says GB News and Talk TV pro-friendly reform getting out their message. That's right. Great, bloody brilliant journalistic work done by Alan Rusbridger. If you want to check out how basically Reform have their own television station in GB News, which is, of course, very, very, very against the Ofcom regulations. Anyway, my final thing is Young Sherlock, directed by Guy Ritchie, Amazon Prime.
I watched it.
You don't have to say it. It's a little bit, intelligent, but it's mainly just like popcorn, entertainment, take your mind off the troubles in the world and have a good time. Directed by Guy Ritchie, nice soundtrack, good acting, good scripts, nice action. Yeah, really like it. It's good. The Young Sherlock. Excellent. Right, that's it. That's your lot. That's it. We'll see you next week. Thank you for joining us. We only went 20 minutes.